Okay, this video is a few days late, but I wanted to do a short video on the chicks at 3 weeks old. Let me uncover them. This will be a mess. They are now almost 4 weeks old. But when they turned 3 weeks old a few days ago, we took them out of the plastic tub that they had been in for 3 weeks and put them in this homemade little pen that is sitting on top of a tarp, and they are still in the house. And as you can see, it is making a huge mess. But we wanted to give them more space to run around, and every time we take the cover off, they fly out. So they will be moving outside here probably in the next 5 days or so. But they're getting so much bigger. The little black one is a copper Moran. She's trying to dust bathe. So they're almost completely fully feathered out. And we gave them a bigger feeder that will go outside with them. And twice a day we take their little water and clean it out because they still get shavings in it really bad. And we clean it out and refill it. So when they go outside in a few days, we will give them a bigger watering container. And then the lighting's not very good, but back in there, let me uncover this a little bit. We covered this with a sheet, otherwise they will be all over the room. That is a homemade perch that we made for them a week ago. And then right there is a box of dirt from our garden. And we pulled up some grass and put in there also. It gives them something new to explore, something to do. And also it helps them get used to the germs and microbes and everything that you have outside in your yard. Helps get them used to that. And then I still have their little, if you can see it, their warmer is still back in there and it's turned on so that they can go under it if they ever feel like they're not warm enough. Once we put them outside, we won't need that anymore. And so it's been in the 60s the last week every day, and at night it gets down to about 50s. And when we put them outside in a few days, our plan is to put them in the newly cleaned coop and run late in the evening right before dark. And we will put them in the coop and close the door so that they stay safe and warmer during that first night. And when it gets dark, they all go to sleep anyway. And then when they wake up that next morning, we'll go out and open the door and let them into the run. So hopefully they won't be too scared of the change. We've noticed every time we introduce anything new into their pen or anything new for them to eat, they kind of freak out for a few minutes, and then eventually they go and investigate it. And once one investigates things, then the other ones come and they all enjoy the new things after a few minutes. So this one, we bought her as an Americana, but I'm learning that she's most likely what they call an Easter egger, which is a mutt breed, but she'll lay brown or blue eggs. That's the one that looks like a hawk. And then the one that's all black will lay chocolate brown eggs. And then these two black and white girls are different breeds, and they'll have totally different markings eventually. They will lay large brown eggs, the color that you find in the grocery store. So they're loving their space, and they like to make a mess everywhere. But we get them out a couple times a day and hold them and pet them, and we're trying to have them be tame, because we want to be able to have them follow us into the coop at night so we can put them away, or we don't want them too afraid of us. And one in particular, she usually flies out and lands on us on purpose. She's super friendly. So that is our 3-week update. And they're quite a bit bigger than when we got them. They're growing very quickly. The one that was the smallest, we noticed a couple days ago, she's no longer the smallest. It's just crazy how fast they grow. But that's our update for now. We'll see you in a few days. Thanks.